I saw some tracks back there in some muddy zones. Seems like someone came out on their mountain bikes or something. I think we're going to see footsteps out here. Well, besides the paw prints of all the other animals and stuff, it's so beautiful out here. I want to tell you something though. Even after Helene hit just about a week ago, doesn't mean I'm going to recover anything at all today. I mean, prime example, yesterday, went out to one of my prime hot spots. You're talking about transitional paleo, Guilford Points, Mora Mountains, not quads, but Daltons. And we found not one single shred of evidence the entire day. So there's no guarantee there's even going to be anything out here at all. I learned my lesson yesterday. Doesn't matter how hard it rains or what kind of tropical storm rolls through, it's still going to be nearly impossible for us to recover anything at all. I'm just out here to take a glance, trying to check it off the list. Yeah, they took down some places down here. There's trees down in the creek already. Yeah, I'm just trying to check it off the list, ladies and gentlemen. Just to say that I've covered it. It's been covered, you know. That is, if no one else already covered it. Perfect. Great evidence right here. Where does it come from out here? I have no idea. This is only like the third piece of pottery in the past 5 years looking out here ever recovered. That's an epic find in itself, if it's only about the third or fourth piece that I've ever found out here. They were a peaceful culture out here. Not a lot of points. Some of them were magnificent. Some of them, I'm not going to say that they're amateur. They're just like quartz and they're rubbed off and shattered. That was a great find right there, man. I've only been here for like 5 minutes and it's beautiful heaven. Yeah, time to go exploring. Someone else already bid us out here. Looks like a size 11, size 10 and a half. Nowhere near my size. But I bet their pockets were full of stuff that is nowhere near what I have in mine. Boy. Whoa, that didn't go so well. Let's hope I get a payback for that one. Man. Man, they tore me up. Well, I climbed in a different way. Well, tried to. That didn't work out so well. And that was a steep bank too. You know, I never give up. I never stop anyway. I said, what happened, man? What happened? Well, it's only happened a couple of times in my life in this hobby of mine. Boy. I'm trying to stay focused right now and not think about the pain. I need to find something to make me feel better. They didn't get me as good as they did last time though. Last year. In a different location. Man. You already know what that looks like. Yellow jacket nest, man. Right over here. I thought I had a way in. Well, it wasn't here, it was a little bit further up. Oh, man. And I was climbing down and I was happy to see a great big hole that looked like a giant tree was pulled out. Dirt was exposed, that kind of thing, and I was climbing down in a place that looked just like this, and there's just like the perfect step to slide in. Next thing you know, there was a couple of things that were flying around my hand, my arm, and they were like trying to land, and I was like, is that a spider on a web? I kept doing this, and then it landed. When I stopped, it landed and it got me. Boy, once I felt that prick, I knew what was up, and there was like 3 or 4 of them trying to chase me. So I scurried up the hill and got the heck out of there, man. They got me on my right hip, through the undies. They got me on the back right shoulder, not as bad. It kind of itches a little bit though, but it's not bad. The one on the hip feels like a fire ant bite. Man. Oh, boy. The adventure has gotten started off on a different note. Nice game, guys, nice game. Well, I just found a pretty form sitting right on top. I know, white quartz rubbed off. You can tell where they whacked it off right there, and it broke off the bottom portion. They took a whack right there, hence the shatter mark on the inside. That's what I almost stepped on, ladies and gentlemen. Their nest was disturbed because the tree was pulled out. What do I get myself into in the heavenly places, man? You got to keep a lookout. Yeah, but that's my footstep right there. Look at that thing. Good thing I didn't step on it. They would have destroyed me in a heartbeat. They came close to it also. Weird. Out of all these places to climb in, why? Why did I choose the most dangerous route? Yeah, man. They crazy for real. Creating this beauty out here. Look how beautiful that is. This is partially what I came out here for today, so I can look into the light. You guys are gonna say, Da Vinci, crazy. What's wrong with your mind, man? I'm on vacation. I can't tell if that's natural or what. Looks like it's got some kind of base where it could stand up. Looks like the top might be busted off. It's got an old break on it, but it's that real soft sandy stuff. Yeah, it's probably natural. I thought it was something that was carved, you know. Try to look for symbols, you know, bodily figures, figurines, whatever. That's a nice little piece right there, though. Let's see what's on this side. Well, ain't nothing like that fiberglass. Boy, look at that. Worthy of a picture or two. Hey, they look like maps. Look at that. It's like a road map. Definitely take some pictures of these things right here. You're going to say, why don't you just go ahead and take it? Well, because it's not weathered enough. Someone just said something to me, all right. I'm going to have to go back and listen to the audio. Male voice right over here in the waters of eternity. Probably saying something about some crazy maps or something. Let me go ahead and get some pictures. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. I guess that's what you get with an every 3-year flood event. But what you're looking at here probably wasn't even done when Delta rolled through. Or anything from probably 2009, 2010. Oh man, things I get myself into. Beautiful. It's almost like I have to get safe, that is. I mean, this isn't working out. Let me figure something else out. I know there's got to be something out here major. But every step I take could mean doom in a different way. It's like dang quicksand, man. I mean, you're looking at the bottom right there. That's how deep this would go. You're talking about up to the waist in quicksand. You're saying, why are you still going? Because there's a giant gravel bar up here. And there's many more behind us. Let's hope they didn't wipe those out. Let's hope that they made new ones, you know? There's got to be something major out here. You're going to say, you already found it. You found a piece of pottery, which represents part of what they had out here, you know, during their cultural periods where they lived in their little villages and stuff, and then they let you have that little piece of a fiberglass thing that they put maps on. And then you find the heart rock last to represent love. See how artistic this thing is. Dang, man, look at that thing. Boy, modern tower. Check out this skyscraper, guys. Man, look at the design on this thing. And look at the colors. That's like a building, guys. Look at that. If there's going to be anything out here, it's going to be white quartz. Hey, there's one of those little puzzle piece things I always try to get my hands on. There's always a lot of them out here. Yeah, okay. It's almost like I should have got a grocery bag or two. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to find at least maybe, it'd be nice. Okay, let me take that back. It'd be nice to find 3 of them today. They're all going to be white. What the heck is that, a floor mat? Yeah, it's a bootleg floor mat, man. You know it is. It's got the fake stones on it. Welcome. Hey, right next to the jug. Would you look at that? That's never found more than 1 piece of pottery out here in one single day. That's 3 and 2 have a design on it. It's almost like it's one of my other creek hot spots where I find nothing but pottery in. Uh-oh. All right, I'm fine. I'll go along with the game. Well, that was a spot I was actually thinking about going to today because I got to go back and find a rock. Yeah, you're laughing, I know. You got to go back and find a rock. A rock. Well, I stared at this rock in this gravel bar, and it looked kind of funny. And I recognized it, but I didn't really know exactly. I mean, it looked like, how am I going to say this? I'm just hoping I can make it back before the next rain event, you know, and go back and take a deeper look at it, or even collect it if I get a better look. But I got a pretty dang good look at this thing the other day when I was in this creek. And I came across this rock, a pretty good size. It was about maybe a foot long, but it looked something like this. And I thought it was like, I looked at it, I was like, that looks like a pointing hand, you know. And it was pretty good sized dang rock. It wasn't like the smaller ones that we always find, you know, when it comes to the finger pointed rocks. But I kept looking at it and I kind of kicked at it and I was like, should I collect that or not? And it was in a very special location. You know, that kind of place where they say animal's face is still here, you know, kind of deal. I went out there trying to do EVP sessions and keep looking for the animal's face. I see something white. That could be something, but they always have a lot of chips. Here's a tape measure. It matches the leaves out here. Anyway. I saw this rock. It looked something like this. It looked like it had a carved line had chiseled into it to make it look like a 2 fingers? Something like that. And I got to go back and try to find it, you know? Hold on. It's not coming up. It's nothing. Well, it's a massive preform. Gee. Boy, look at the size of that one. Man. Let me go ahead and collect this, man. My pockets are getting heavy, man. My pants are being pulled down at the moment. I say, why don't you collect that too? Because it doesn't work. It's a 35-footer. Yeah, man, good eye. We know our stuff, ladies and gentlemen, we do. That's quite the dang preform. Man. Yeah, but anyway, I was doing some research and stuff about the hand symbol kind of deal. Hey, look, there's another heart. Kind of. Well, that's more of something else, less of a heart, but it's still a heart. There's still great artists out here. Yeah, but anyway, I was doing more research on it. And I was like, where have I seen that symbol before? Hold on. The hand signal. And I was researching, thinking about a few things. I was like, animal's face is still here. And over the past couple of years, I'd go out and ask them, is it a deer? What kind of animal is it, you know? I still haven't listened to the videos. It takes forever to listen to the answers, the frequency within nature. And I kind of put 1 and 1 together to kind of come up with 2, you know, like the math of it. And oh, that's a tile. I thought it was like a die, whatever. Anyway, I kind of put the ideas together. You know, the hand symbol versus an animal too, combined with an animal. And I was like, well, maybe they're trying to tell me, there's more white in here. Maybe they're trying to tell us that the animal's face is Baphomet. You know? Maybe there's a carving of Baphomet in a rock from the old Templar times that was left out there. And they left a few more things. Maybe it could have been a large statue or something. Maybe that symbol in that rock that looks like this, is what I found. Man, don't we know our stuff, guys? Can even see it in the ripples. Man, get a load of this. how weird it is when it comes to time out here. Here we are, headed into mid-October, and we have something here that's probably been in this creek for at least a few years. Out of all things, man. See, they know about the holidays and stuff. Set things up. Look at that. Rusted and battered Halloween bucket, out of all things. Probably got a date on the bottom. Hold on, it's probably going to say Mateo. No, something Greenbrier International. Not for food or furniture or something like that. There's no date on it. Stay spooky. You're gonna say, Da Vinci collected. No, it's almost Halloween. Needs to stay out here for other people to find if they choose to come out. And that is after I make my monumental, discoveries and recoveries out here. Don't be so selfish. Hold on, is that a piece of metal? No, it's a rock that looks like galvanized steel. Yeah, but this is it so far in that past gravel bar, though. I mean, another one of them things. You're gonna say, you're a dummy for real, man. Those are points out there. I don't know, but they're still making them, so I'm gonna collect it and say that we did collect something. There's another little scraping device. I'll leave it. Looks more like a chip off the old block, but I can't tell. And then, of course, a piece of glass. And right when I kicked it up, a female voice chimed in and said, "You love it." And I thought about leaving it, but I decided to pick it up. And then this thing here, probably nothing at all, just a rock. Yeah, going to keep on going. Who knows how many more white things we're going to be adding to the pocket that's made of quartz. Well then, and you're going to tell me there's nothing out here? Holy crap, man alive. Oh boy, what is this, more like a 1,000-year flood event out here, ladies and gentlemen? Explain to me where the gargantuan fossils are. Any kind of Native American bowls, pots? Boy. Okay. So they chipped off the bank about maybe 20 feet. The bank was right here. Well, let's just say about 11.5 to 12 feet, man. Yeah, they're definitely going to make me forego the exploring session out here. When there's new exposed rock that hasn't been seen for millions of years, they got me, man. They got me in this thing. Oh, boy, ain't nothing like seeing the inside of the earth. Dang, bro. What the heck happened out here? I'm gonna be looking through ancient things all day. I know that looks like a paleo piece right here. It's just a rock. It's a pretty rock at that. Looks like a kayak. Look at that, it looks like a boat. You're gonna say, take it, man. It's all woodland out here though, man. There's nothing. I mean, I think I found a more mountain one time out here. Dang, man, they dug so deep. Last time I came across a spot like this, when they dug down deep into the earth like this, I found ancient sea coral. But that was a long way from here. A little bit further north. Man, where's the pot that dropped in, man? Where's anything that dropped in? I always have to study it all. Stepping on land that hasn't been... Oh, I gotta look in here too, man. I gotta look in here. They did take down some history. This beech tree right here is probably at least 195 years old. first human to set foot on exposed land after a flood event. What is it about that feeling, though? To be the first one. Invigorating. Let me look in here real quickly. I'm getting more excited, but sad at the same time because the trees were pulled down. Look, they're down to the base clay layer. Is that 13,000 years old, or is that just 144 years old? I know you're going to say something. You're going to say, man, if you don't find at least 3 out there today, after something like this, you might as well just go ahead and give up on the hobby. It's going to take a while for them to wash this out. This is going to be here, guys, for at least 5 to 10 years. Because they already shoved it to the side. It's already shoved to the side. What the heck was that banging noise? Yeah, they got this thing turned to the side, these trees. They're just going to flow around them on the other side. This is wild. And there's another spot like this on the other side too, man. Nothing here but ancient rocks that haven't been touched by mankind and ever in history. Don't move it, just touch it, man. Ain't nothing like that. Oops, my bad. Oops. Oh, well, dang it. My bad. All right, get a load of this. Here's the other side, man. This stuff is crazy, man. What is it about this and my enjoyments? You're talking about something that has never been exposed in the history of time out here. They completely... Man, why can't I ever find anything in places like this, man? This has never been exposed, ever, in the course of history. Let me get some major pictures, though. Maybe this is going to be the discovery for today. They know how I love coming across places like this. They washed out. Yeah, this is a good 25 to 30 feet of the bank that they washed into. Yeah, because of this right here, they had to find a way around it. Yeah, man, look at that. I mean, another main reason why I love coming across places like this, when I come across like the layers, the sedimentary layers and sides of hills, it always makes me wonder if there's going to be that one rock that we pull out that has been buried for hundreds of millions of years that's going to have something on it. It could be anything. Carving could be anything. Here's where the bank used to be right here. This is where the bank used... Dang. This is where the bank used to be right here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, dang. And they're working on another tree right here, unfortunately. Look how they pulled down all the branches up there. Gotta be careful. They're probably asking me for my help. Save it. Help it. I know, guys. I know. How. Look, no footsteps. Walking on land that has never been seen before. I gotta get up in this place. Not saying there's going to be something major. It's just that, I mean, that could have been buried for hundreds of years right there. I mean, look how that's been like growing up. Looking where the bank used to... Don't say a word. No. Whole different perspective on this thing out here. Look at that rock. Well, I'm not the first ones to step on it. The animals are exploring. But what a shame when garbage makes its way in places like this. not fair to nature that they expose something for the first time in hundreds of millions of years, and then the first thing that comes up here is garbage to greet it. I'm slipping. I don't see any gigantic pots. What a discovery today. It's going to be another long A video for real if I keep coming across. I bet there's more places like this around. Don't move that rock. Don't want to get in trouble with the Almighty out here. Of course. Got another one of these things right here too. I'm so glad I'm making these collections. Haven't done anything with them yet because I needed more. What a beautiful design. Probably only the 15th one that I've collected and recovered. It's almost like I'm trying to put the pot back together again. But it's just going to be an art piece, that's it. Beautiful piece. Still no magical blades out here yet. Heck is that? Oh, I thought it was a piece of a hubcap from a tractor trailer. It's a fully intact boiler. Hold on. I don't know if someone bent that like that or what. Maybe it's made like that. That's pretty dang cool. You're going to say collect it. Man, I already got like so much big stuff. You're going to say stash it, come back and get it later. Why? Why? I collect a lot of other things anyway, so why not? Nah, not 13,000 years old on this. Add that back to nature. Let me unfold something real quick. It could be another canvas piece, or it's just a hose. Nothing to unfold. That's quite the artistic little strip right here. Look at that. They got some blue. Well, it's blue when it's wet. That's weird. I'm going to have to stash something else. That's like a nice little art piece right there. An elongated, whatever, art piece, painting. Yeah, I'll think about it. It's all full of dirt and stuff like that. Dang, man. That took a long time. But they're always going to be white out here. I think I might have one. I seen edge on something. When it's white, you always got to take a look out here. Yeah, that is one. It's intact too. Congrats. Usually always going to be white out here. 95% of the time that is. See how rubbed off it is? How rubbed down it is? Yep, a lot of big things today. Another nice one, not as stained as they usually are. Kind of looks like Florida. Part of a floor threshold. Yeah, a lot of big things today. A lot of artistic things. Going to be adding to something later. Think I might have another one. Well, I wish I could speak it forward as far as like the blades go, but there's something over here that looks like another large object. Why can't we just speak it forward to the other things too, you know? I mean, come on now. Come on. heck is wrong with me? What kind of vacation is this? It's called fall vacation. Part of some plywood. I want to see if it's recoverable. It's got levels on it. Wet wood is always heavy. Already got a lot of big things to carry out. Why would you cut grooves in that thing? That looks kind of artistic. I'm thinking. I mean, it just looks like levels, vertical. You know, even kind of looks like, well, it is plywood, but why would you do something like this? Huh. I mean, it looks like a facade of a building. Kind of crooked, but floors within the levels. I mean, the levels within the floor, excuse me. Yeah, it's heavy. Let me go ahead and add it over here. It's almost like they're trying to get us to build something. I mean, look, we got all this stuff. You're going to say, Da Vinci, that is an art piece. Look, there's part of a house. No, that's going to take a lot of work. Let me keep on looking for the ancient stuff. Think I got another one. Man, is this thing busted like you'll never believe. That thing's just sitting right up. Tip is gone, I think. Maybe it's upside down. Still covered in mud a little bit. Well, it's a scraper. Let me go ahead and add it to the pocket. A lot of white today. Nice little cutting device. At least we're finding something. Got something else kind of large I need to add to the collection for real though. By far the best Metatron rock I have ever recovered. Man. Look at all them triangles. Look at all those angles. The rock itself is kind of a triangle too. Thing weighs a ton. Boy, do I ever have a lot to carry back. Heck is that thing? Bridge mortar. Look at that little cool thing. Cool. Getting ready to head on out, 5 o'clock. You know what I always say this time of year, too early to leave, but too late to go to another spot. So I think I'll just chill somewhere, trying to get the feel in for this vacation. Some places are bigger than others, you know. But anyway, headed out. Don't know how much I'm gonna be able to carry. You know, I got this blue thing. Bag is ripping. I think I found another one further downstream I gotta go get. Maybe I can use it. Got another one of these tower looking things. cool. But last thing I'm collecting, bam. Beautiful piece. All day. Got a load of this discovery right here. You'll never believe it. These cherubs, these laws of nature, man, I swear. They crazy for real, man. Just like I said earlier, even in some of my videos, the first human being to ever see such a thing when it comes to nature, man. They're crazy for real. I don't know if this should be PG-13 or what, rated X. Man, they're crazy. See, the human race, the human body has taken the form of nature itself. Who doesn't know that? No comment. Now I guess they really wanted me to find and recover that tape measure.